everyone. Welcome back for another Spartan check-in here on athletics.case.edu. I'm John Schwartz, and joining me today is Mason Gee-Montgomery, a junior on the Case Western Reserve University football team. Mason, welcome, and if you don't mind, just telling us a little bit about where you are right now and what's going on in your life.
Yeah, thank you, John. Thanks for having me. I'm still in Cleveland right now. I was fortunate enough that I was able to go home to Michigan for Easter, but nope, I'm in Cleveland right now, and I'm living downtown.
Very cool, very cool. So, tell us a little bit, and I'm always curious to hear people talk about their experience that they've had with remote classes. How's that going for you? What's been your experience with that so far, making that adjustment?
Yeah, the remote classes actually haven't been as big of an adjustment as maybe it has been for other people. I just know with my classes, a lot of the information was already online, so there's really no difference in me going to school online versus going to class. But the one big difference is with all the gyms being shut down, there's nowhere to work out. And so like the first day we got put on a lockdown here in Ohio, I live on the third floor of my apartment building, and I was trying to do jumping jacks and mountain climbers, and I get a call about 10 minutes later that I have a noise complaint. So my very first day in quarantine, I got a noise complaint from working out. So after that, it's either quieter workouts or I'm going outside to do it.
Listen, that may be one that Coach Debs may kick into the kitty there if you get a rent assessment or something like that.
I know, that's what I was thinking. So what I did when I went home is I found my old Wii, and I pulled the Wii out, and I've been doing some Wii Fitness Plus every morning.
You got to be creative during these times, I guess.
Yeah, you do. It's a fun way to get active.
We've spoken with some we've spoken with some of our fall athletes, and they've obviously lost, or pardon me, some of their spring athletes who lost a portion of their season. The football team, though, is losing their spring season, which is an important part. Can you tell us what you've been doing in lieu of that, how coaches have been keeping in contact with you? How's that all been going?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been different. Usually we would have been practicing Thursday through Sunday for about an hour to 2 hours every single night. But now it's been scaled back a lot. We meet on Thursdays and Sundays for about an hour. With Thursdays are position groups, Sundays are the whole team meeting. But yeah, other than that, it's really just a Zoom meeting for an hour with your position groups and going over some of the install things that we would have put in the spring on the field. It's a little different because now it's just watching film instead of going out and applying it. But I mean, we make the most of it.
Well, and you're such an interesting player too to watch because you've played all over the place for the team. There aren't many guys who play quarterback, but then you've also been on special teams. You've been a defensive back. That versatility, is that something you really take pride in, that ability to play really anywhere on the field for this team?
Yeah, absolutely. I started playing football in first grade, and I happened to gravitate towards quarterback when I was young, but I didn't play football to play quarterback. I played to play. And so for me, it's just any chance that I can get onto the field to help my team win, that's what I'm looking to do. And it's interesting because I got moved to running back for spring, and so I'd never played running back before. I've kind of been like the running quarterback, but actually taking handoffs in the backfield is something that is going to be new to me. So that's kind of something that I missed out on with not having spring ball is being able to get on the field and kind of go through some of those motions of what a running back is.
Well, it's interesting also because you mentioned being that, I called it, I think, the Wildcat quarterback. I don't know if that's the official term for it, but you played that role over the years. You come into the game, you're on the goal line or close to it most of the time. You're coming in for Drew. Teams probably know that, you're going to be running the ball in that situation, and you're not a big guy. Do you feel any pressure having basically the entire defense focused on you for that, knowing that, hey, like I got to try to get this in the end zone and I'm going to have some big guys running at me?
Yeah, and that's one of the things is when I come onto the field, teams kind of view me as maybe more of a gadget player. So when I'm on the field, I remember at St. Vincent, and everyone on the whole defense was calling me out that I was getting the ball, that I was going this way. And sure enough, I took the handoff, and I ended up pitching it on a reverse, and we reversed it around, and we ended up completing like a 25-yard pass on it just because everyone was keyed on me. So I think those are some of the interesting things that opens up when I'm on the field is defenses are so keyed on me that it opens up opportunities for other guys to make plays.
I got to imagine you've been watching a lot of game film, and his name escapes me, of the player for New Orleans. They're back up. Yeah, I got to imagine he's got to be one of your favorites if you're watching from a distance right now.
Yeah. Watching him play and seeing the different ways that he's utilized not only on offense, but also getting involved on special teams it's exciting to see like a guy like that who reminds me of myself. He was a quarterback by trade, but he's just really looking to do whatever he can to get on the field.
So take us through a little bit if you can, and we'll move off of football here for a second. But what does a day in your life look like right now? When do you get up? What do you do during the day? How do you, get around? Tell us what a day in your life looks like under quarantine right now.
Yeah, so for the first few days, I kind of used it as a mini vacation. I slept in a little bit later. I really didn't get a whole lot of work done, but since then, I turned up my schedule a little bit. I wake up at the same time every day. I wake up at 6:30. I have my morning routine where I make my coffee, I do my Wii Fit, and I read. And so those are really my three things that I do every single morning. And then after that, it kind of depends on the day, whether I have classes at a certain time and I'm going to school, or I'm doing homework, or I'm studying. But I like to start my day the exact same every day.
What are you studying in school, and what are your plans for the future after you graduate, or do you have kind of an idea of what you want to do?
Yes, I'm double majoring in accounting and economics. And so my summer internship that I have with KeyBank is, fortunately, it's still on. It was pushed back to June 22nd, back from the May 27th start date. But yeah, I'm going to be interning with KeyBank this summer in their risk management group.
Very cool, very cool. So we've been wrapping up these interviews with the same 5 questions that we've been asking everyone. So I don't know if you've seen these. So hopefully you prepared. If not, it'll probably be even more fun if you haven't. So we'll call them the 5 faves.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first, it's called the 5 faves. We're going to ask you 5 of your favorite things, basically, at least at Case Western Reserve. So we'll start with your favorite place on campus.
Favorite place on campus has to be the Wildcat Athletic Center. It has everything you could want. It has a weight room. It has our meeting rooms. It has our football field. So, I mean, and it's pretty center on campus, so that I can't ask for much more.
Cool. How about your favorite memory as a member of the Case Western Reserve football team?
Yeah, favorite memory is probably winning the conference championship last year. Last year we were supposed to kind of be a down year for us, and so when we were able to come out and finally win it, and it's just that feeling of being a champion is something special that I remember, especially with the group of guys that we had.
Okay, now this is the one you got to be careful answering. Who's your favorite teammate?
Favorite teammate? Not necessarily a teammate, but favorite guys are definitely Ronald and Donald Cunningham. Those guys, every day you see them and they put a smile on your face, and you be having a bad day, a great day. You see them and you know that you're going to smile. So it's nice to have those guys around.
For sure. How about your favorite meal at Case Western Reserve?
Favorite meal? Yeah, my freshman year when I was eating out of Leutner, the cafeteria a lot, I got addicted to peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Whether it was breakfast, lunch, or dinner, is almost every single meal I was having one. So I'd probably have to say that those peanut butter and jellies were my favorite.
And how about your favorite class at Case Western Reserve?
My favorite class, let me see. Probably my personal finance class. It's only a 1 credit management class, but it's I feel like it's one of those classes that's really applicable to life outside of school. And we take a lot of classes here that you have to take for school. And there's not really that many classes that you take that help you outside of school. So my 2 classes would probably be my personal finance class, just so I learn how to handle money, and then my nutrition class. I'm not a nutrition major, I'm a business major, but nutrition, it impacts everything in your life, from how you eat to how you're exercising. Nutrition is important. So that's another one that I like to apply to my life.
Well, Mason, thank you again for joining us today. Best of luck with the rest of the semester, and we'll see you back in the fall on the field.
Yeah, thank you, John. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Mason.